Hey guys, Sewell here, and today we're going to be talking about photography hosting sites. Now, why would anybody want to host their website? Why would anyone want to host their photos somewhere else? It's your work. You want to hold on to it, and with all the digital thefts out there happening all the time, from videos to um, Photoshop work to Illustrator work, people are just taking files and claiming it to be theirs, and actually getting jobs or actually getting the credit for it. Who's going to want to put their? Why would you want to put your pictures out there? Well, despite all the paranoia that's going on around, on the web, based on all these different things, there are some good reasons to do that. Let's do that again. Why would anyone want to host their photos? Why would anyone want to host their photos on a third party website? I mean, it sounds like it's easier for your stuff to be taken or to actually be, and anybody can get in there and just take your work and claim it to be theirs, right? So why would you want to do that? Here's my top 3 reasons. Reason number one. Actually, reason number 3. Let's go from the bottom up. Reason number 3. It's easy to share your pictures with anyone. So let's say um, your family wants to see the graduation, or a family member wants to see graduation from 2 weeks ago. You don't have to go rummaging through your hard drive, plugging in a hard drive, or even accessing those files and then sending it to them via email. You can easily just send a link. Reason number 2, it's a good backup of your edits, not your original files. You always want to keep your original files for whatever reason, for many reasons actually. But it's a good backup of the files that you've actually taken the time to tweak and to color correct and to crop and to do your edits on. It's a good spot to have your pictures outside of your home, because if something were to happen to your hard drive, you don't want to be looking for your pictures, or you don't want to have to be wondering if you have them backed up. They'll already be backed up. And reason number 1, ease of access. I mean, so many times I took a picture about 2 years ago, and someone asked me either about the picture, or they talked about it, or they mentioned something that had to do with the picture, and I can't find it on my drive because there's so many different images to go through. But if you have them on a gallery or on one of these sites, you can actually get access to them and share it with the person. So right now we're just gonna go through 3 of the top, well, in my opinion, 3 of the top photo hosting websites out there. 3 of the top, in my opinion. 3 of the top photo hosting websites out there. And actually, I've only used 2. Is the third one I'm not too familiar with, but I know it's been around for a while. And their page actually they have a lot of options. So the first one we're gonna do right now is Smugmug, and that's actually the one I'm not familiar with. But as you can see, Smugmug is pretty much a full-fledged image or photography host. They have, they're available to not just the professionals, people who actually charge, people like you and me who actually charge for the service, but they actually do it for everyone else too. They give you, a gallery where you can actually upload your images and share with your friends, or order prints, or do whatever you have to do. And they offer photo albums that look extraordinary. I mean, now something I'll tell you guys: most of these websites, when they show you these galleries, they're actually using people that have excellent photography skills. So when you look at it, you're like, wow, my site can actually look like that. That's crazy. That's providing your pictures live up to that quality. Not saying that it won't ever happen. I'm just saying that keep that in mind, that what you see here is the best scenario. So don't get caught up in the actual look of it, but get caught up in the functionality, and look should be secondary, in my opinion. But that's just me. See, a Smugmug is they're pretty well put together. They have, password protection, just like the other ones we're going to talk about. The galleries are pretty up to date. They're not old fashioned, really antiquated types of galleries. These are actually galleries that look like they're using the current, um, is it Web 2.0 or HTML5, Ajax. They're using current technologies to develop these galleries. Um, yeah, then you go to the professional, you get a little bit more robust type of scenario. You can actually sell your pictures. They work with a couple of third party companies that do the prints. Some of these companies I'm already familiar with. And they pretty much have you covered. They even have SEO options, which basically means they submit, by using tags for your page, you can actually submit these tags to Google. So when people type in those tags, like let's say you're a a sports photographer in the Bay Area in Los Angeles, you type that in your metadata. When people type that in Google, you'll come up, maybe not on the first page, but you'll come up in the search results. Um, yeah, and they have a lot of customizations with their themes. So what's happening now is a lot of these hosts are actually creating themes from the pictures that you upload and store with them. You can actually take those same pictures and develop your theme around those. And if you look at the features section on their page, it's I mean they started $40 a year, which is pretty awesome in terms of like that's not a lot of money, $40 a year, $5 a month. So that's pretty much Smugmug. Smug, it's elegant. It has a lot of it has a great what's called API, application programming interface. Basically, how your content or how the content is presented and how it interacts with the code that's behind it. So some things have great code, but the layout or the look of it, the API as they call it, looks terrible. The API is great. I give Smugmug a 9. And this is without me actually diving in and knowing how robust they are. But based on face value and how long they've been around, I'll give them a 9. The next one I'm pretty familiar with is Zenfolio. I've been with these guys since 2006. And I mean, they have each year they've just been exceeding my expectations. And I've learned recently that they've sold. They someone else bought the company out and they took the galleries and the layout and everything to the next level. And the support is pretty good. They usually have a quick response whenever I have a problem with my site or I have a question I need to ask, and they have a quick response time. And they're pretty much like Smugmug. They give you all the different options as far as what you would like to pay, and on top of that, they give you a lot of options as far as when it comes to your hosting, your photo host, in terms of not just their layouts, because they have layouts like Smugmug too, but in terms of when you get under the hood, like I have galleries here since 2006, and I use them. I can go back and look over my old work. I can actually throw them out if I need to, but I usually keep them as, um, so I can track my progress, and I can actually use those pictures for some other purpose. So as you can see, I have over 120 gigs of JPEGs. These are not raw pictures; these are just JPEG images. So it's been a while. It's been a journey, and tells me how many visitors I've had this week, last week, the month, and then the total visitors are on the top here. And of course, there's an option to upgrade my account even more. But when you get under the hood now into the different galleries, you can start to see now all the images are labeled as far as if you want to give them a name, if you want to call them by number. Um, Even when you double click on an image, when you're in the admin section anyway, you have options to copy, replace. You can move them from gallery to gallery. You can delete them, of course. You can share them right from the admin page. You don't have to be in the actual visitor or the front end of the site. You can be in the back end. And then once you get into the admin section, you have the customizations for that gallery. So you already have a gallery, you already have a layout for it. The beautiful thing is you can change layouts at will pretty quickly. They have different backgrounds like leaves and different looks for like weddings and stuff like that. It's I mean, if I were to go over all the features they have, this video would probably be like an hour and change. So many different features, And this is why I've used them for so long. They've always improved. It's been super easy for me to share an entire gallery with a client and actually see how many times they've visited, or see how many hits it's getting. The clients can actually order straight from a gallery. They can select at the top. They want to order pictures. When they click on the pictures, you can actually hit a little checkbox in the corner, and it takes you to a page where you get to see all the different products that I've enabled. These are not products that are just there. These are products I said, okay, I want people to be able to buy this, and I can set my own price, and people can just order straight from the website, and the pictures will arrive right to their home. I'll get a percentage, and the company gets their percentage. So Zenfolio is definitely highly recommended. Next company, you guys are pretty familiar with them. This is Flickr. Flickr's been around, and they're owned by Yahoo, of course. They've been around for the longest, probably more than 10 years. Um, one thing I like about Flickr, they've definitely improved, because for a while they were one of the, before the Instagram days, before the 500 pics days, before Zenfolio, before Smugmug, they were around. And Flickr, it's pretty, it gives you the options to actually block your images. You don't have to have your images just all out there for everyone to see them. They give you a lot of functionality. I use Flickr now as a secondary backup, in case Zenfolio or any of the hosts I've used, in case they have an issue, they're down for a while, they're shut down, the company shuts down, God forbid. I can use Flickr as a means to send all my pictures. And get this, they give you a terabyte of free space to store all your images. Now, you guys saw in the um, previous video there, you guys just saw in the Zenfolio screenshot that I had over 120 gigs of pictures. These are JPEG pictures. Why that's important is because that's been since 2006. I think I have over 18,000 images on Zenfolio. So that gives you an idea of how much a terabyte can hold as far as images, at least right now anyway. Most of those images are not only the 5D, which the 5D has 21 megapixels, which is pretty, like 25 megs each picture in JPEG. So it's not just the fact that it's just 5D images. These are images from my 20D days when I had my first camera back in 2006. So there's a lot of different file sizes, but the point is it can hold a lot. Flickr. So I recommend Flickr. They give you the ability to tag your pictures, which is very important. All the other hosts do it too. And why that's important is because you can find a picture like that. And I'm not saying you tag your pictures Johnny's birthday party 2010. No, you tag your pictures birthday party, kids 2010 party. So what happens is, even if you forgot the person's name, if you forgot who was at the party, or what the script, the actual name of the folder or gallery that you have on Flickr or anywhere, you can just type in something that's in there, like birthday party, boy, John, like I was just saying a few seconds ago. So that's what's so important about metadata. And of course, Flickr gives you the option to embed those pictures onto forums. Like if you're on a photography forum, or if you're on a discussion board of any kind, you can actually tag your pictures, and you can actually share your pictures, embed your pictures into that gallery. So it's pretty nifty. That's what I like about Flickr, and it's free. $50. They remove all the ads from the pages, but you still get the same functions as if you were doing a free account. So 1 terabyte of Flickr. You can still share your pictures. You can still have your pictures organized in sets, in different folders. That's what they call them, sets. You can still share your pictures on there. You can still download the original file if when you need it for whatever purpose, and it's free. So it's a way to start your photography galleries. Is a way for you to get organized, so that when you do get Zenfolio or Smugmug, you're pretty much set. So I definitely recommend Flickr for those who can't afford a paid site, which I highly recommend. Even more than Flickr, is to pay for a site, because then you can truly customize what people see, and you can truly customize the web address if that's important to you. If Flickr had, and maybe you guys know, if Flickr had a custom URL, that would be great. And if they started making custom pages like the other two hosts, that would be great. And actually, I was able to get because Zenfolio costs anywhere from I think it's $40 a year to up to 120. I actually got the 120 package for 50 because they had a Cyber Monday. I just got it this Monday. They had a Cyber Monday sale, and I was just like, wow, I gotta take advantage of that. So that's pretty much it, guys. I actually want to leave you guys with a quote. Okay, it's a pretty good one by Zig Ziglar. He says, "You were born to win, but to be a winner, you have to plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win." I'll say it one more time. You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. So this holds true with your photography business. You were born to do this well, to the best of your ability, but you gotta plan, prepare, and expect, and then you start seeing results. It doesn't happen by accident. Good ideas, good projects, good photography skills don't just fall into your lap. You have to actually go out, prepare, plan, and expect it to. This is Sewell.